I think that it's probably safe to say that at one time or another, every Transformers fan needs to have a little Prowl in their life. Or maybe that's just me because I'm a fan of the character. Either way, we're going to spend a little bit of time today taking a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe class, you guessed it, Prowl, in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, share, check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor. Spend some time on the channel, see what it is that catches your attention. A lot of stuff from reviews to, a couple of how-tos, to, well, Universal Collision, and I talk about that thing all the time. Season 1 is up, I'm working on Season 2 now, and of course check me out everywhere. This is the Transformers Prime version of Prowl. Now, the character never appeared on the program. My understanding is there is fiction associated with him in the Covenant of Primus and a couple of the line books, maybe. I think he appeared in the, or at least in the section that came with him, the whole Tales of the Beast Hunters, little pack-in story pieces. I've been trying to work my way through the Transformers Prime line, and I'm not doing everything, but I'm closing in. There's only a few left to do in order for me to kind of get caught up, so that I have a nice coverage of kind of what we've seen over the years compared to what it is that we are getting now. Anyway, I went off on a little tangent there. Let's get back to this guy. He is, of course, a police vehicle. I think he's based on a McLaren. I've never seen a McLaren be a police vehicle, but hey, whatever. I guess it all depends on your suspension of reality. He is basically a repaint of this guy. And this is, of course, the Transformers Prime version of Smokescreen. I looked at this guy back in episode 232. There's good and bad with him. And of course, there's good and bad with Prowl. Taking him out of it, here he is next to my Custom Classics Blue Streak, so you can see how the Prime mold and sort of that Classics mold for a character like that match up. I looked at Blue Streak here with my custom paint apps in episode 310, but taking him out of it, come on, let's get realistic for a second. Here's the comparison that counts. Boom. Now you could, compare him to the Combiner Wars version, which is basically, I'm forgetting his name, the Protectobot. I'm forgetting his name. Is it Streetwise? Maybe Streetwise. Mold, and it doesn't have the wing doors. This one does, just like the Transformers Prime one does. So I do like that feature about it. You could, I guess, compare it to the, the Masterpiece, but I think that might be sort of stretching it a little bit. I looked at the Classics Prowl here way back, or the Universe Prowl, whatever it is, way back in episode 6. A long time ago. Taking that out of it, and we're going to go right into the paint apps of this guy. And that's what I got to say about the paint apps. He doesn't appear in anything, so we don't really have anything to measure or gauge him by. Realistic. Well, I guess he does appear in some stuff. It's just nothing that the average Joe, so to speak, is really going to know or recognize or even care about. I think that the look for him is based on the design that was used in Transformers Universe, which was basically a I guess a mobile game. It was an online game. So he kind of looked like that. I think, don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to say that in terms of being a version of Prowl, I don't know. He looks all right. He has the door wings. You know, he has the red crest on the head, though. That head looks more like the Prowlistator head to me. If you had to guess who this was, I don't know if you would say Prowl. You might. There's a lot of white. A little more paint apps would have been nice. I mean, even this guy got more paint apps than Prowl. I mean, Prowl looks kind of bland next to him. I don't know. Let's say a 6. It's not exciting. Let's say he's a 6. In terms of articulation, the head can move left and right, little up and down, nothing major. The arms can go up and back. If you get the shoulder pad out of the way, you can probably get them to go all the way around. The shoulder pads do move. The arms can go, you know, pretty well out to the side. Again, the more you move the shoulder pad out of the way, the greater of a range you're going to get there. The legs, they can go way out to the side. I think that's nice and strong. They can go, you know, really all the way front and back. I think that's nice and strong. We do have a thigh swivel. It's way up high on the leg. We do have a knee to 90 degrees, and we have a toe that can tilt because of transformation. We have a bicep swivel. Well, actually it's a swivel up on the ball joint, up on the shoulder, but it serves like a bicep swivel. Or do we have a dedicated bicep? No, maybe we got a dedicated bicep swivel. My mistake. We have an elbow, a ratcheted elbow that's a little over 90 degrees. I don't know why they made that ratcheted. I don't get it. If you're going to make something ratcheted, make the hips ratcheted. So his articulation is good. Does he have a waist? Yeah, he has a waist. I thought that he did. His articulation is good. It's quite good, actually. I'm going to score it at about wrist? No wrist. I'm going to score it at about a 9, honestly. It's pretty great. He has big feet that allow him to stand well. I really can't complain about that aspect of him. I have heard of times where the ball joints on the shoulders are loose. That's not the case with this copy of the mold. So, yeah, 9. So we have a 6, we have a 9. Right now the guy's scoring about a 7.5. It's okay. Let's get into the transformation, see how it goes. Now, there are things I like about this transformation and things that I really kind of despise. I don't know about you guys, but come on, there are things on this that just are not fun. So we're going to try and do this the best that we can. I don't want to belabor it if I can avoid it, because I know that I've already gone through it with Smokescreen. And I am trying to get through these older figures kind of quickly. So we put that shin back, and we put that shin back. So now his shins are gone. We flip up the foot and flip up the foot. Oddly, I find his feet are tighter than they are on Smokescreen. Go figure. Put down the little heel section that makes the back of the vehicle, and you tab these legs together, assuming that they want to tab together. There you go. So you tab those together. And this is what we have so far. We will take his waist and turn it around. Flip out the window and flip out the window. The little window flip here is one thing that I really wish that the Transformers Prime or Classics mold had. But here's the thing. The doors run upside down. This is not my version of this character. This belongs to the Scraplets. Obviously, this whole door assembly section popped off at some point and was put on upside down. Am I going to go back and reshoot? Nope, we're going to keep going. I popped it off, I turned it around, and now you can see how the doors are supposed to come down and fit in right there. We untab the tires from the side of the vehicle. We come to the bottom and we flip down the chest piece on the bottom of the car. So the front of his legs are now on the back of the vehicle. The chest piece is flipped down on what were the back of the legs, if that makes sense to you. The head comes down and in, and the shoulder pieces go up together and collapse to make a front bumper. Okay, woo! This guy has me beat out already. We bring down the door, and we bring down the door, and they fit in right there. Now we need to work on putting his arms inside, because they're going to rest in here, or so we hope. What we need to do is get this tire turned around and on the outside. So we're going to work on doing that. And really there's not much to it. You just spin it around and you bring the arm in. We pull out the shoulder because that was tabbed in here on the tire. We bring the whole roof and hood piece out, kind of more to the front of the forearm, and we turn this tire out while bringing this arm in. After you bring the arms in, there's a little black armature up here that has the ball peg for the shoulder in it. You want to put that down, push that down as much as you can so that the arms can actually fit in here. Now comes the tricky part. And this is the tricky part with smokescreen as well. Now you want to try and make sure that you have the hands inside, the arms inside, that the two roof sections tab together, the two hood sections tab together, and then the two hood sections tab down there. There's a lot of paneliness here. So, we will tab together the roof. And start to bring that down. We will tab together the hood and start to bring that down. And you can see I'm already having some problems here. I'm going to just fiddle with this to tighten it up, and we will be back in just a second. And boom, here we go. So I was having trouble getting the arms in because I still had them bent a little bit at the elbow. I had to straighten that out, but then they peg in here. There's little nubs that go under the two side windows, and then the hood should fall down in place. If you can get the arms positioned correctly, the hood falls down, but getting those arms positioned is quite a challenge. I'm going to give his transformation, for somebody that likes involved transformations, for a deluxe class figure, it's pretty involved, and it would probably be about a 9. For the average fan or a kid, I'm telling you now, this is about a 4. It's not a fun transformation because there's so much that needs to go lined up. Overall, what do I think of this version of Prowl? Well, he does have a, police light bar there. He does roll great once he's together. And I even like the blue that was used on the windows all the way around the vehicle. And the front of him does have a very traditional sort of Prowl chest type of motif on it. I like the look of him here. It doesn't really help his paint apps because outside of the light bar and whatnot, he's still pretty bare. I mean, a little star there and, the word police up on his back spoiler. I would pull over if this guy wanted to give me a ticket. Overall score for this guy, you know what, it's about a 7. It's about a 6 or a 7. It's an okay figure. I think that, a kid would enjoy it in this mode. I think a kid would enjoy it in robot mode. I don't think that they're going to enjoy getting back and forth between those two modes. Anyway, this is another Transformers Prime figure in the books. We are closing in on having that line done, thankfully. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for giving me some of your valuable time. Let me know if you liked this version of Prowl. I love to hear from you guys, and as always, I look forward to the next time that you and I get together for another visit right here inside the videos.